Russell and Dave Brown. We're right along ringside in Son of a Gun. We're ready to go. I was looking at an absolutely big, full show today, David.
You are right. We're going to be telling everybody about the tournament winners, the tag team that gets to represent the area over in Japan a little bit later on. And also, we'll introduce you to the fabulous Fargo, not Jackie. Another Fargo.
As a matter of fact, that'll be an interesting story. I want to hear that one, too.
Word about the Dundee Landel split. In addition to that, lots of action right here in the ring.
Boy, I got to tell you, we got it all, including an 8-man tag match. We're going to be back. We'll have more of it. Right now, we better get started. Take time out. We'll be back in just a moment. Be ready to go here in the opening. Boy, what a dandy of an opener. We got the Giant Hillbilly, Mr. Plowboy, going in there with the King as our opening tag team. Hey, I guess what the big news is, and I'm sorry that I missed that son of a gun, it was something else, though, the big elimination for the Japanese Gold Cup, World Gold Cup, that's going to be worth $100,000 to the winner.
Yeah, it was quite a night, and one of the folks representing this area is going to be returning to Japan, right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's right. The winners of that tournament, of course, Jerry the King Lawler and the Giant Hillbilly. They are the winners. I mean, Austin Idol. I got to think. Let's go back and do that again. The winners of the tournament, Jerry the King Lawler and the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. So they'll be the ones that'll be touring over to Japan. And
should be good representatives.
Hey, listen, you mentioned a little bit earlier that we've got some information on the split. Boy, something I never believed would happen. Go on and come back and find out that Bill Dundee and Buddy Landel, bing, have gone their separate ways. We're going to have more on that. We'll have a little tape on it, too. Right now, we're ready for action in the ring, and we're getting ready to go with the tag team action of Lawler and the Giant Hillbilly and Keith Eric and the Patriots. Oh, you recognize the music. Now you recognize the men. Yo! Boy, the big Giant Hillbilly hopping up there ready for the introductions, baby.
All right. It's going to be one fall, 15-minute time limit match. Referee Jerry Calhoun looking over the situation and about ready to call for the bell.
Okay, bell time.
Here we go.
Oh, that is not the Patriot.
That is, no. I don't know what
brand new face
he goes by. Brand new face here.
Yes, sir. He's got that... Okay, Easy Rider.
Easy Rider. All right. Yeah. Easy Rider.
Scratch, and Easy Rider. He doesn't have an easy task, I can tell you that right now.
Boy, you're right. He's
with Keith Eric as a partner, they're going against the King and the big Giant Hillbilly. A very large plowboy.
He stepped through there, all 420 pounds of him going after Keith Eric. Eric made a good move. He got out of there.
Yeah. That may be the smartest thing he's done.
Keith weighs in at about 203, 205, something like that. And if Hillbilly weighs more than twice as much as he does. Eric, ooh, he's going to regret that. He hit Lawler with a fist. Lawler came back with a right hand. Ooh, into the Hillbilly over in the corner. The Giant Hillbilly kind of shoved him back in the ring with his belly.
Yeah, that's a stone wall that hits back when he fired him over there and whipped him into the Giant Hillbilly. Coming out now, our first look at the Easy Rider, and he is tentatively approaching the King, but he drove hard once he locked up with that collar and elbow on him. Easy Rider climbing all over him in the corner. Not a good idea, as Dave already mentioned with Keith Eric. Giant Hillbilly from behind hooks him, and Lawler tags him a couple of times.
Big right hand. Keith Eric back in there to do battle with Lawler.
King and the Universal Heartthrob, the winners of that elimination tournament for the Southern region. Representatives to go to Japan for the Japanese World Gold Cup Tag Tournament. And look at the Giant Hillbilly get it on.
Ooh, he nailed him with a right hand. Keith Eric finds himself up in the air and body slam. Hillbilly just stepped on him once for good measure, over to the corner, and the tag on the King. These two were tag team partners long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. They go back a long way. As a matter of fact, Lawler was the one that first discovered him down in Mississippi.
That's right. Keith Eric backing up close to his corner. He makes the tag, and the Easy Rider will be coming back in.
Can't believe it about that Dundee Landel split, though, Dave.
Oh,
good.
Major. Yeah.
Nice. And we've got some tape to show you on that. Easy Rider on his back, and Lawler with the elbow.
Referee is saying, hey, was that the point of the elbow? And Lawler said, no, upper arm. And the crowd says, he's right, referee. It was the upper arm. The clothesline by Lawler. Easy Rider not having a very good day so far. Lawler picks him up, suplex, drops him down to the mat.
Rattled him with that right fist. And hammers the head into the turnbuckle.
Keith Eric coming back in. I'd like to know who Easy Rider's barber is. Make sure I don't ever go there.
Really. Whoa, Eric. A couple of very good forearm shots to the midsection, and now back to the head with a right fist.
Eric really working on the King back in the corner, but I don't know, Keith may feel like that's the only way he's going to get anywhere in this match, but I'll tell you where he's going to get. He's going to get on the mat with a count of 3 falling all around him if he doesn't watch it. Eric into the turnbuckle. That's that Mississippi splash by the giant Hillbilly. He drops down with a leg.
Going to be it.
He's no way he's going to get out of that. 4 minutes, 53 seconds. The Mississippi Splash gets the win for the giant Hillbilly and the King, Jerry Lawler. There for the Hillbilly. Time out at 4:53.
And a good one, too. We got more action. Take time out right now. Be back in just a moment. Oh, yeah, I think you probably know by now. If you don't, let me tell you. Coming Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum, the grudge battle of the year, Bill Dundee, Buddy Landel. And it'll be happening right there in Evansville Coliseum. Also a Southern Tag Team Championship match where the Mod Squad goes against the team of Jerry the King Lawler and the giant Hillbilly. And we'll cover the special stipulations on that in just a moment. 6 big matches coming up Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. And, brother, I can't wait. Jerry, special howdy there. The big giant Hillbilly. Man, you got your big partner this time.
I guarantee you this is all I need. You know, this must be my lucky day. I'm tickled to death about Wednesday night. I don't know how to thank the promotion enough for this kind of a match. Not only when we beat those jerks today, we get those nice, shiny tag team championship belts to put around our waist.
Wait a minute. That thing won't fit me. I'm going to have to add a little leather.
Okay. You just put it over your shoulder if you want to, but it'll go around my waist. Not only do we get those pretty belts, but then, Lance, I get 5 minutes alone in the ring with the wimp, JD Costello. Now, let me tell you something, JD. Let me give you a little advice. Let me tell you what to do, pal. Why don't you take a little shopping trip this afternoon? You run down to Fredericks of Hollywood and buy yourself some nice, frilly little underthings. Get yourself a nice pair of little pink lacy panties and a new garter belt and some nice hose with no runs in them, because you want to look your best when I strip those clothes off of you in front of all of those thousands of fans in Evansville, Indiana, brother. And if you don't think I'm going to do it, you got another thing coming. And after I get you stripped down and we see what kind of underwear you're wearing, then I'm going to take my fist and I'm going to do a number on you like you have never had done in your stinking life. I'm going to show you what it's like inside that ring, brother. I'm going to show you what it's like. Sweat, blood, and tears right there in Evansville. So come on down there, JD. Polish up those belts. Get your little frilly underwear ready because you're in store for the beating of your life Wednesday night.
I will sit down on them and hold them two boys, them two policemen.
I love it.
Okay, the regional elimination to determine a Southern winner for representative to that next January situation where the World Gold Cup Championship match will be held in Japan saw the team of Jerry the King Lawler and the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol meeting Bill Dundee and Buddy Landel. Now, as we've already told you, the winners were Lawler and Idol over Dundee and Landel. But following that, well, something that I wasn't there to see, and Bill Dundee, Bill, I don't want to get in an argument. I just simply want to say it just looks like you can't get along with anybody.
Hey, it ain't me, Lancer. I sat by my telephone all week, and I thought, well, he's going to pick up the phone any day, and he's going to call, and he's going to apologize for what happened. And I was going to accept his apology. Now, Lance Russell, if any sportsman out there, anybody played any kind of sports knows you can get mad at the end of an event. If you get beat, your adrenaline's flowing, and I was mad, so I slapped Buddy, and I would come out here and apologize to him, but he ain't here today, and that shows how much of a coward he is, right? He knew I was going to be here to wrestle, but I don't see him nowhere around here booked to wrestle. He booked to wrestle on there, Lance Russell?
No, he is.
I ain't
he
seen
is
him.
not.
Have you seen him? No. So that just shows what you are, Budrow. Everybody has ever tagged up with a superstar ends up being one of the greatest teams in professional wrestling. You know why, Lance Russell? Because I'm the workhorse, Daddy. I'm the one that does it all. I win everybody, beat everybody, and the team gets the credit for it, but you're looking at what the winner is, me. So when I slapped him, and he was going to slap me back, I just left. And I thought, well, he'll call up the next day. But not him. He calls up Eddie Marlin, and he wants to wrestle me. Well, you're going to make a mistake, Landel. You're making the same mistake as Lawler made, because I got him out of town, and you brought him back. You're going to make the same mistake Terry Taylor made. I got rid of him. You're going to make the same mistake Steve Kern made. He was my partner, teamed up with Goofy Stan Lane, came and wrestled me in a single, and he's gone. Now, you blonde geek, you want to show everybody how bad you are? You want to show everybody how tough you are? Well, you just climb in here with the toughest professional wrestling pound for pound there is. I'm only 5'7", Landel, 205 pounds, but I'm the best there is at that weight, Russell.
Well, we're going to find out exactly when you two guys meet, and you won't be meeting in the same. We've got some.
I'll tell you this too, Budrow. If you come out here today and apologize, if you can get on the phone and apologize to me, you can call this thing off without any embarrassment. But if you don't, sport, we're going to climb in that square circle, and I'm going to beat your brains out.
Well, you hear the comments from the superstar, Bill Dundee. Bill, we're going to...
Is there anything better than that?
Well,
is there anything better than that?
Hey,
it's not that I'm scared of him, Russell. Don't even insinuate to them people that I'm scared of that figure four, because I'm not, Daddy. If he comes out and apologizes, I'll shake his hand. That's all I got to say.
Well, if you don't run off, we're going to show the end of it. This is a situation. Yeah, we got it on tape here.
Now
Bill.
you think I'm lying what?
Okay, we'll give everybody a chance to make their own judgment. Here is the final match with Lawler and Idol against Dundee and Landel.
Continues to support for Lawler. Down on the mat with Dundee, has Lawler in that sleeper hold. Lawler way away from the tag, way away from the ropes, but the King's not out of it. We sense the King as tough as anybody to put out. And for a chance at $100,000, let me tell you, Lawler will go way out and be fired up. Dundee continues the sleeper hold. Thought maybe Lawler was going to try to get something going. Dundee with added pressure on that sleeper hold. The referee checking him again. I think he... Is Lawler out of it? No! The King once again signifies. He's still in this thing. Dundee clamping down. Lawler trying to fight his way back. He's on his feet. Dundee on his back. A sleeper hold. Lawler sends him back to the corner. He gets out of it. The King lets that strap down. Here comes Landel. Lawler caught him with a right. Look at him go. The King's back into this thing. Austin Idle in. We got them all four going. Lawler, Idle, Dundee, and Landel. Lawler pounded it. The Nature Boy. Dundee with a chop. Put down by Idle. But Lawler was caught with a fist by Landel. Idle going after the Nature Boy. What a brawl. We got them all four. Lawler comes back with a right. One to the head. The referee trying to put Idle out. This gives Dundee a chance to come off the top rope. Hey! Lawler moves. Dundee hits Landel. 1, 2, 3. He got him. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3. The winners of the tournament and the chance to go to Tokyo, Japan for the World Cup Tag Team Tournament. Hey, what happened here? Dundee had pushed Landel. Landel's not going to take anything. Pushed him back. Dundee apparently blamed him. Hey, Dundee caught him. He has a chain. What's going on here? Dundee has attacked his longtime partner, Landel. This proves Dundee what's going on here? This proves what a low-down wrestler this Dundee is. He blames him for a chance at $100,000. Landel busted open bad. This is absolutely uncalled for. Disgusting situation. Here, Jerry Lawler watching back what's going on. But Landel, who's busted open badly, gets back into this thing. Body slams him. All right.
I'm glad you showed that because you got my dander up, Daddy. I'm glad you showed that. When we went to the Superdome, it wasn't me that got beat. It was Landel that stumbled and fell down. Well, listen, Jack, I'm mad watching that tape. If you think you're going to cuss me, if you think you're going to beat my brains out, you're wrong. Now I'm mad. I'm not accepting his apology. If you come out and apologize, Landel, I don't want it.
Well, you got the Australian dander up is right, Dave.
In the ring up there, it's Dundee. He's upset. He's going to be going against David Haskins.
Oh, I don't want to be David Haskins.
No. Dundee goes right after him, but David Haskins set. Takes him down. Comes with a drop kick.
Well, he was mad, and he made mistakes right off the bat. Oh, uh-oh.
David misses the drop kick. Yeah, what a big mistake that is, too, in a match. Stretched out there, and Dundee was hanging onto the ropes. Haskins just hit the mat. Dundee puts him into the rope. Got him with a forearm coming off. That's a right fist to the side of the face 3 times now. Referee counting. There's a cover by Dundee. Counts 1, 2. Haskins kicks out at the 2 count. David thrown through the ropes down onto the floor.
Boy, Dundee changed his tune, too. He came out here at first, and he said, if he'll call me, I'll accept his apology. Then he said, no way. Haskins taking the brunt of the anger that Dundee worked up against Buddy Landel.
Dundee forcing Haskins down to the mat again. Minute and a half into the action. Dundee and the referee, well, Dundee trying to talk Haskins into giving up on submission. Referee checking with him. Haskins shaking his head, though. He's staying in there. Dundee now getting a little upset with the crowd. They were chanting, "Go, David, go."
Goes right back to Haskins, wraps that arm around the rope and kicks him right in the shoulder. Rips him with a right hand.
Haskins unceremoniously dumped over the back coming off the ropes. Dundee picks him up, whips him into the ropes again.
Looks
Count
like
is 2, 3, got him, yeah. 2 minutes, 29 seconds. Bill Dundee getting the victory.
Whoa, look at here.
Hey.
Buddy Landel just walked through the door. Standing at the side of the ring. We got an interview scheduled with Landel. I don't know whether we're going to get a chance to or not. There's Buddy Landel. So he did show up. Dundee was saying what a coward he was, and now look at Dundee saying, wait a minute, let's talk about it. Dundee backing away.
Hey, man. He told me he wasn't here, but I don't mean none of that stuff I said, man. I swear.
And Bill Dundee goes walking away. And we did not tell him that Landel wasn't here. Dundee was the one that said he was a coward and wouldn't show up. Buddy, obviously, there's been a lot going on between you and Bill Dundee. Dundee made reference not only to the match that just took place, he made reference to the big Superdome contest that you were the one that caused it.
Well, Lance, if you don't mind, I don't mean to interrupt you, and I'm not going to come out here all kissy face and all this stuff, all right? But just let me tell my side of the story, all right? Now, Dundee, if he's been waiting on a phone call from the Nature Boy, baby, it's obvious that he's delirious from not getting any sleep all week. Because, Dundee, let me tell you one thing, brother. You've been riding on my coattail from day one. I was the one that was a national superstar. I'm the one. Nature Boy Buddy Landel is the reason why that we got down to the Superdome, all right? Don't fool and kid yourself, because these people out here know who was the workhorse, all right? Now, Dundee, it's no secret that I wouldn't walk across the street to spit in your guts if your tail was on fire. And that's honest to God's truth. Now, Lance Russell, he made it all so easy. Every time we wanted to have a match, he was always so, every time we started, he always wanted to tag me. He always wanted me to test the water, right? Well, Dundee, let me tell you one thing, brother. You busted my head open, that's true. And everybody saw it. But you didn't get no... I've bled before, baby. I've been there. This ain't my first time to the rodeo, Daddy. And Lance Russell, I don't care where it's at. But Dundee, I'm going to beat your brains in, Daddy. Everybody saw you on TV just now. Cower down and walk out the back door. Not the front, but you walked out the back door. And the little old cliche goes, if you can't get along, get it on, Daddy. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I hear Buddy Landel telling a story, and it looks like you're not about to make any phone call. All you want to do is meet him in the ring.
That's exactly right, Lance Russell. There ain't no secret that me and Dundee, I was the best thing that ever happened to you, Bill. I was your friend when nobody else was your friend. When you turned your back on everybody, there was always the Nature Boy there. There was always Buddy there. There was always Buddy to blame. There was always Buddy this, Buddy that. Oh, Buddy ain't going to be your patsy no more, little man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you're 5'7", 205 pounds, and you're one of the toughest men that I've ever met in my life. And I had a lot of respect for you. You notice I said had, not have. I had respect for you. Now, I'm sick and tired, just like the people sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of running down that road with you and hearing how I feel sorry for Bill Dundee's story. Oh, I got my own story, Daddy, and it is I'm going to tear your brains out.
There you hear Buddy Landel. I will apologize right now for any comments that were undue that should not have been said by Landel. He obviously is fired up, burning up at Bill Dundee, and they will meet in the ring. Buddy Landel, Bill Dundee. You haven't heard the last of that. We're going to take time out, and we'll be back in a moment. Man, to tell tell you about the grudge battle of the year that's coming Wednesday night right into the Evansville Coliseum. I'll tell you, the entire card of 6 full matches going to be something else, and you better make your plans to be there. Do your friends and neighbors a favor. Bring them on down there Wednesday night, too. Bill Dundee, Buddy Landel going to be hitting it on right there in the Evansville Coliseum. And that's not all. You will be looking at a lumberjack match with Joe LeDuc and Abdul Gaddafi. Paul Diamond going against the Danny Fargo. Then it'll be Billy Travis and Pat Rose, Tony Falk and Pat Tanaka, and an AWA Southern Tag title match that'll have the Mod Squad of JD Costello going against Jerry Lawler and the Giant Hillbilly. Now, in that one, if Lawler's team wins, he's going to get 5 minutes with JD Costello in that ring by himself. Dundee Landel, can you believe it? Coming up Wednesday night, the Evansville Coliseum. What a night of action. Be there.
All right, we're about set to go here with a 6-man tag team match. Got the Mod Squad on one side of the ring with a brand new partner.
Lance Russell, I would like to introduce one of the premier wrestlers in the country. He's brand new. I've gone to great lengths to find this wrestler, and I would like to introduce Danny Fargo to the entire wrestling community today. He's a winner because I manage him.
JD, we got a match coming up here, so, you know, we heard about Danny Fargo.
All promoters have tried to get a hold of Danny Fargo, but who gets him? Yes, JD Costello.
I've got to ring the bell. We've got to go. Okay, bell time, and we're off and running with the Mod Squad and JD Costello. They are going against the team today of Benny Traylor, Jim Jamison, and Mike Murphy.
Lance Russell, the team that we're going up against, the names don't matter because we're going to slaughter them like we do everybody else. Let me talk about Danny Fargo for a second. You know, all the promoters across the country have tried to recruit this guy, but I found him. I have gone through extensive training sessions with him. He's in top physical condition right now. Mentally, he's prepared. You have to be mentally prepared to be a great professional wrestler. And look at him right now. He's tearing this guy apart.
Well, we see it in there as Danny Fargo steps into the ring for his first appearance against Benny Traylor. Benny Traylor, the representative from the other side, and he is teamed with Spike and Basher. I'm talking about Danny Fargo.
You know, Jackie Fargo, let me say this. Jackie Fargo has tried to suppress Danny Fargo for many, many years. That's exactly what's happened. But I have found him, and, well, Lance, you know, I think it would be best not to talk about the relationship between the fabulous Danny Fargo
Are you
and
indicating
Jackie
there's
Fargo.
some relationship between this young gentleman that you have now in the dynasty
The fabulous
and
Danny Fargo.
the fabulous?
Let's don't talk about Jackie Fargo's indiscretions and mistakes of 20 to 30 years ago. And let's just leave it at that, all right?
Well, maybe we'd better leave it at that for the insinuations that J.D. Costello's making. Jim Jamison, I'd like to talk just a second about the match in there as Danny Fargo.
The fabulous Danny Fargo, Lance. Get it right.
All right. Count of 2 is all the fabulous Danny Fargo.
Oh, you're doing such a great job now. Thank you for doing that,
JD.
Lance.
Boy, I really needed that praise from you. Fargo slams him with that right fist and now comes over and makes the tag.
Danny Fargo, since joining my dynasty, has improved about 100%. He's going to win every match he's got. He's going to have world championship belts around his waist from now on out. You know that. Lance, isn't everything I say, hadn't it always happened, everything that I've said?
Well, J.D., sometimes you have stretched. Well, we won't go into that either. Right now, Spike is up there, and he is kicking the stew out
Look
of
at
Jim
Spike and
Jamison.
Basher. Aren't they great wrestlers? They do so much for me. I love them to death.
Chin locks Jamison, holds him down on the deck. And the partners, Benny Traylor and Mike Murphy. Murphy has not been in the ring as yet. And the way the Mod Squad and Danny Fargo is going.
The fabulous Danny Fargo. Say fabulous, Lance. Say it one
Fabulous
time.
Danny Fargo,
Thank you,
JD.
thank
Get
you.
off that back, will you? Good night. And there's a tag, and in comes Basher. takes over on Jim Jamison as the Southern Tag Champs, the Mod Squad, handling the bulk of the action here in this six-man tag. Jamison dumped down hard to the center of the ring.
Here comes in the fabulous Danny Fargo once again. You know, he has a combination of speed, courage, and strength. Strength so overwhelming, I'm sure promoters in this area are going to find a hard time finding him competition, Lance.
He just threw a big elbow and knocked Jamison flat on his back in there, center of the ring.
This guy he's wrestling looks like soggy jello, doesn't he?
Yeah. Going at it.
When you've got the king of tag team wrestling, Spike and Basher of the Mod Squad, and the fabulous Danny Fargo all together, woo-wee, look at that.
Basher and Spike double teaming on Jamison. Suplex him over and down. I would have to mention that Basher's face doesn't look too good today, JD.
That was done at the hands of Jerry Lawler. I want everyone to see that.
Atomic knee. And so the fabulous Danny Fargo using that atomic knee drop, and he did in fact get the 3 count. 1, 2, 3.
Didn't I tell you we were going to win?
Yes, you did.
Everything
JD.
I say happens, doesn't it, Lance? It's been such a pleasure being up here commentating with you. With you, maybe one day I'll have your job, Lance.
Thank you, JD. So the Mod Squad with the fabulous Danny Fargo, the newest member of the dynasty, ending up with a victory.
Time when it was 4 minutes, 25 seconds, 4:25 as the Mod Squad and the fabulous Danny Fargo put it together and get the win.
Save you a little harassment there. JD is rather insistent in there as he made some innuendos about a relationship with Jackie Fargo, and you can discount all of those. I'm sure you'll be hearing more from JD Costello later on. But the winners, in fact, the Mod Squad and Danny Fargo coming in right now. Gentlemen with Mid-America heavyweight title belt draped at his shoulder, the tough Dutchman out of Oil Trough, Texas.
Well, first of all, let me say I've been watching the show today, and I am delighted that Landel and Dundee fell out because, hey, it happened to me, and I know it can happen to anybody else, and it was just a matter of time. Anything that'll mess up Bill Dundee, then I'm for it. And I saw JD Costello here. He's not stopping. He's trying to sign everybody up, and the guy's name is what? Fargo is his last name?
Yeah.
Well, I know one guy that won't set too good with, and that's Jackie Fargo. When he hears about it, we might hear some repercussions about that.
Yeah.
Now, let me say one thing. I'm the Mid-America champion right now, and I'm glad to be the Mid-America champion. I've held it before, and I got it now. And there's one guy who wants to challenge me for it, and his name is Rip Rogers.
Yes, you do.
The Hustler, Rip Rogers, wants to come after me, baby, and wants to see if he can take the Dutchman the distance. Well, a lot of people tried, and a lot of people failed, and a lot of people got by me. And I'm not taking nothing away from Rogers because he is a fine athlete, and he was a bodybuilder, and I guess he did win some bodybuilding contests. Yes, he did. And he is a good wrestler, and I could go on and on and on and on. But see, still, that doesn't make him the Mid-America champion, does it?
That's true.
And the only thing that's going to make him the Mid-America champion is for him to take me down for a 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds is a long, long time.
Hey, please, no trouble out here now.
Excuse me, there'll be no trouble. Get the camera on me. I'm the man everybody knows. I'm the man that's famous worldwide. I'm the man who never brags. I'm the man who's held the Florida Heavyweight Champion. I'm the man who's held the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship, which I retired undefeated. I'm one half the former National Tag Team Champions. I've been seen nationwide. Former Pacific Coast Heavyweight Champion. I've won the bodybuilding titles. I'm the man everybody wants, and I'm the guy that drives all you women out there mad. And Dutch Mantel, I see you finally won a belt, the first of your career. And I've come in here and I've beat the drug addict. I've beat everybody on the ladder on the way up with that national reputation, baby. And I'm here to challenge you, Mantel, because you're from Vietnam, and that's what you got good at. You're good from hiding, baby, because you've been hiding from the Hustler Rip Riders, because everybody knows I'm a champion, and everybody knows that I'm bad, baby. Don't touch me.
That looks real. Where'd you get that? You get that from JD? That looks like something JD would wear. But let me tell you one thing. You've done a lot of things in your career. And you've held this belt and that belt and and done this, Pacific Northwest, all over. But there's one thing you hadn't done, Rip. What's that? You ain't beat me for this. That's one thing you haven't done.
That's true. That's true. It
You
has to be
haven't
done in the
beaten me
middle of
for
the
this.
ring, not right up here.
First time, one time only, Mantell. You put your Mid-America heavyweight title up, and I'll take it, mark it, because I'm bad, baby. Woo!
Oh, no, you won't do it, Rogers. Hey, don't walk away, boy. I'm going to slap the taste out of your mouth. I took pills bigger than him, and he ain't taking me down. People, you saw who walked away. Rip Rogers walked away, but when I get him in the ring, he's not going to walk too far because I'm going to be right behind him every step of the way.
Mid-America title holder, Dutch Mantell. More action coming up in just a moment. All ready to go with the tag team action coming up here as David Johnson and Henry Rutledge are in the ring. Coming out right now, second appearance on Championship Wrestling. First time that that I personally have had a chance to see him, the Hunters, Dave.
Yeah, we've had them here one time before. They are a rugged-looking tag team. They come out of Black Rock Mountain, Georgia.
Stepping outside is Raven.
Yeah, the Eagle is the one that's starting there against David Johnson.
Well, in keeping with the outdoorsy name of the Hunters, their individual names, Raven and Eagle. That's Eagle in the ring, Raven on the outside, and David Johnson feeling the brunt of the Eagle as he fires Johnson across the ring. Bango catches him with a drop kick. Both these guys very well built.
Yeah, they're both have pretty good moves too. They both seem to be in pretty good condition athletically.
That is Raven dropping with that elbow on David Johnson. Johnson dumped down on the floor unceremoniously, and now down off the edge of the ring to the floor of the studio. Fired back in by Eagle. Really not much of a test for the Hunters. They did have some difficult competition in the elimination tournament matches. And they look very good. Over to the corner. Here comes Henry Rutledge. Rutledge. Ah, boy, look at that tight one. Man,
Snapped him down, yeah.
He really did. That snap suplex put him over and down in a hurry. And the Eagle again makes a tag on his partner. Referee Jerry Calhoun says, all right, 1-1-1. Across the ring, into the ropes, and Rutledge in total disarray, slammed down. He is not in the class of these two guys.
No, neither he nor David has much chance here. Of course, upsets happen, but boy, I tell you.
Yeah, we had a super upset one time here in a tag team match, as a matter of fact, involving the belt. Is an amazing situation.
Yeah, but you got to say that right now the Hunters well in control, and they by far are the team that would be favored to win the match.
Yeah, I would not like to bet the Homestead on, on the underdogs there. Rutledge being shattered in there by Eagle, who is the smaller of the two Hunters. Neither one of them are very small, but he is the smaller of the two. In the air. And an interesting move as he deposits him back to the center of the ring and immediately makes a tag on Raven, and Henry Rutledge being tossed around like a rag doll as he's bounced down off the floor. This may be it. 1, 2. No?
Picked him up.
Oh, man. And a referee having a word to say with a Raven. He may decide it would be a good time to invoke the referee's prerogative and stop the match as Rutledge is being pounded around by the Hunter. Big power slam.
And again, he picked him up at 2. The size of these hunters is deceptive when you first see them. They don't look like 250-pound wrestlers, but they are. It's all muscle.
Yes.
There's a 3 count.
Yeah. Mercifully, they decided not to pick him up again, and the victory will go to the Hunter.
3 minutes, 53 seconds the time. It was Hunters all the way. Raven and Eagle seizing control early, and they kept it throughout the entire match as they defeated Henry Rutledge and David Johnson.
In under 4 minutes, the victory came. It could have been a lot quicker than that. They had him pinned, but they would not pin him. Raven and Eagle, the Hunter.
The Georgia sledgehammer right there. Hey, why don't you shut up out there? You know, all we heard is about the competition around here. Well, the Hunters are here. Raven and Eagle. You want to know where the beef is at? Well, baby, there's the beef right here. All right, baby.
Well, let me tell you, there's plenty of tag team competition around here. This is the tag.
Ain't seen any of it.
Yeah.
You know, you got to give us right there. Hey, we was in the tag team tournament. We went through the Duke and Mantell, and we had Lawler and Pretty Austin Idol. And what happened? They didn't beat us. They bring their own coin out there with 2 heads on it, not 1 tail, but 2 heads, and they flip it, and they go in and win the tag team tournament. Yeah. We should have won $100,000. Well, that's okay. We're just issuing warning to every tag team around here. Mantell, Lawler, Uncle Elmer, we like them big and we like them tough, because they're going down 1, 2, 3. And Mr. Buddy Landel. Okay. Pretty boy Buddy Landel. You know, we used to have respect for him, but he turned coat. So Landel, you want to wrestle 2 men? Well, baby, you looking at the men right here. We'll take you in there, and we may just give him a Georgia-style haircut just like we got. You like that?
Well, that certainly is unique. I will say that. Here they are, Eagle and Raven, the Hunters from out of Georgia, and we'll be seeing more of them, I am sure. Take time out, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, back to that action right here on Channel 7. Championship Wrestling coming up in just a moment. Boy, looking at action. Wednesday night, what a night of action that is going to be. That will include not only the grudge battle of the year, and let me tell you, if there wasn't another bout on the card, to see Bill Dundee and Buddy Landel getting it on is going to be something else. You're going to see an AWA Southern Tag Championship match where the Mod Squad of JD Costello will be facing Jerry the King Lawler and the Giant Hillbilly, with a special stipulation, JD, that if Lawler's team wins and picks the belts up, he gets 5 minutes with you in the ring by yourself.
And you would love that to death, wouldn't you, Lance Russell?
To be honest.
Jerry Lawler probably came up with this idea. Well, let me tell you one thing, Jerry Lawler. Everything in life that you want, you don't get. These are our Southern Tag Team belts. We've had them for a good while now, and we're going to keep them. So you come on after us. So you get the Giant Hillbilly. I call him the Giant Blob, and you bring him to the ring. Well, I'm disgraced to be in the squared circle with him because he smells like a pigsty. You know, he reminds me of a giant dinosaur. He's got a great big body, but he's got the brain about the size of a pea. Well, that's not what wrestling's all about. It's mind control. And for you, Jerry Lawler, you've had your chance to get our belts before, but here you come back once again. Again and again. Well, it's going to be your night of reckoning. All the King's horses and all the King's men won't be able to put you back together again. If you do happen to win, well, you'll have to get through Spike and Basher first, and you aren't going to do that. But if you do, I would love 5 minutes with you in the ring. 5 minutes with you. I'd take him apart in 5 minutes. I'll rub his head in the mat. I'll pull out all his hair. I'll take him apart limb by limb. It'll be a real man against the king of wrestling, and you'll see who will win. It'll be JD Costello and the Mod Squad.
Ooh, that's a symbol of things to come, my friend. If it happens, they'll have the belts and 5 minutes with you, all of it, Wednesday night in the Evansville Coliseum. You better be ready, JD. It's going to happen.
8 men in the ring right now in an 8-man tag team match. Going to try to get 6 of them out of there. Just have 2 inside the ring, the rest of them out on the apron. Referee Jerry Calhoun says ring the bell. And boy, I tell you what, every time we've had an 8-man tag team match, We have had some action here on Championship Wrestling. In there right now, it's Pat Tanaka, the young man out of Hawaii, going against Pat Rose out of Pensacola, Florida. Pat Rose, snapped down. Face-to-face confrontation there. Pat Tanaka not backing up from it. Pat Rose shoved him into the ropes, but Tanaka comes off. He goes over. Pat Rose leaps, and is greeted by a drop by Pat Tanaka, and another one. Pat Rose, boy, that slowed him down. He's back in his corner. He's talking to his partners, Tony Falk, Abdul Gaddafi, and Baron von Bronner. Rose stays in there, though, against Pat Tanaka. Tanaka's partner's over in his corner, Paul Diamond, Billy Travis, and coming in right now, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett against Pat Rose. Rose makes the tag, and here comes Tony Falk. Tony Falk against Jeff Jarrett. Falk has him backed into the corner. He let him have it with a right fist. Reversal by Jeff Jarrett. Tony Falk bouncing off the turnbuckles, and Jarrett hits him with a drop kick. Tony Falk on the mat. He's looking for the corner. He's in a neutral corner, though, not his own. Jarrett goes in there after him. He monkey flipped him out of there. Now Tony Falk looks to his partner, Abdul Gaddafi. Gaddafi stepped through there, and Falk says, get him. Gaddafi, the Libyan. He backed Jarrett into a corner, but it was Jarrett's corner. Paul Diamond stepped through after the tag. Diamond from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Gaddafi has him forced back to the rope. Nice double drop kick by Paul Diamond and Billy Travis. And another one on Baron von Bronner, who stepped through there. Von Bronner upset with himself. Billy Travis will be staying in there now. It's Travis against Pat Rose. Billy Travis in the corner. Pat Rose knocking him with that right fist repeatedly. Here's Billy. Billy coming back out of this. Rose flipped across the way. Billy Travis. He uses a monkey flip. Boy, he threw him 3/4 of the way across the ring when he flipped him out of there. Travis made the tag on the man that tagged him, Paul Diamond. Diamond back in. And here comes Pat Tanaka back. Tanaka flying across the ring, dropped down on Pat Rose. About 3.5 minutes gone. First fall action, expiration of time match. The boot catches Pat Tanaka. Pat Rose has made a tag. Tony Falk in there. Tanaka also made a tag. It's Tony Falk against Billy Travis. Falk makes the tag on Gaddafi. Boy, they're in and out of there quickly. Let me tell you, Gaddafi drops down on Billy Travis. He makes the tag. Falk coming back in. We passed the 4-minute mark in this one. Falk choking Billy Travis. Look out, everybody jumping in the ring. The double team out. Pat Rose came off the top rope. The referee saw it. That's a disqualification. Top rope disqualification on Pat Rose. So Billy Travis, Paul Diamond, Jeff Jarrett, and Pat Tanaka are going to win that first fall.
We had an 8-man, not tag, but an 8-man battle going on. We had 4 battles all over the ring at the same time. Absolutely hammer and tong right at the end, and a disqualification is called for, and the winners will be Tanaka, Diamond, Travis, and Jarrett. Good first ball of victory. I'll tell you what we're going to have to do. We will check our time for you. And then we are going to take time out and be back in just a moment. Well, we ended up with all 8 of them in the rain. They were going at it, weren't they, partner?
We had some kind of action today. Let me tell you that from the opening match, Lawler and the Giant Hillbilly in there getting the victory. Then we had a little victory dance by the Hillbilly when all that was over. Right on through the split we took a look at today, the Landel Dundee split, and then that final 8-man match. What a day of championship wrestling.
We have got some action coming around championship wrestling. When it comes your way, you want to see it. Dundee and Landel. We've got the Mod Squad against Lawler and the Giant Hillbilly. We've got all kind of things. Rip Rogers and Dutch Mantell got a thing going about the belts. Son of a gun, a bunch of it. We're looking forward to seeing you back again next week with more of that championship wrestling. We hope maybe you'll make it a point to join us and bring a friend. Until that time, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.